Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Let's turn some of this music off while we get going. There we go. Wow, welcome back, welcome. Hi, you looking at this? This is retro racing. This is absolutely retro. This is where life began for me when I joined the sim world. It was the next gen trophy McGann.
Fuji Speedway is a track and a circuit that has been steeped in Japanese folklore history. It's got so many traditions, being owned by Toyota.
That was one thing that Jackson Nopsis actually did. He was phenomenal for that. He used to do in so much detail in tracks and all that. Tell you everything about him. And he did one at Willow Springs, which I thought was phenomenal, and Lego Maggiore as well. We can still get bits of them in the mic. They haven't got the feeder off. I've just set this one up, so yeah. This is my debut race. I actually typed in Google search bar sim leagues. I didn't even know it was a thing until I found Next Gen Racing, and this is where I actually began. And formally, then I currently sat in 6th place, look, and I thought I was doing great. On my debut, this is my first ever race for in the sim world. I had a G29, and I sat at my desk like this with the steering wheel, the pedals under the desk, as you do. And yeah, this is where I met Martin, JL09, D10 Piper as well. Ryan Dudley, I didn't know, was a debutant as well in this series, in this league. So, 2 new debutants, vast to become mates and rivals heading down the throughout the season into the 2nd or 3rd season, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the 3rd season. I think Martin JL09 become the champion this season. But you know when you sit there and you pad bashing, you like, you know, on steering wheel, this is really, really good. This was out on GT Sport. And after pad bashing, you go on steering wheel, you think, yeah, I'm really good, really good. And I used to have bonnet cam on all the time, but then I had to adapt my driving style. When I was on the steering wheel, I tried in-car view, didn't look right, didn't feel right. Then ended up running bumper cam when I first started. And yeah, I think I'm just in the background there in the vibrant car there. This was, got to be what said, one of the Next Gen's really good leagues. It was a really good league. And after this, we joined they did a BMW league as well, which was very, very good. Finally got it hooked up around Spa in the BMW as well. That was really good. That was tasty. But you know, times have changed. It's been what, 2 years? 2 years now we've been the DSC. But sometimes you got to walk before you can run. I mean, we've had a good few champions. We've had Duskiver's been a champion, multiple champion. There I am, dominating 3, currently sitting in 4th. That's all about to change. And we had Martin JL09 was a Group 3 champion. iRacing champion as well. Ryan Dudley is iRacing champion. Oliver Chalk 12, car 15. As Jack once said, figure it out. Champions in the own right, got Aldo, the DMK Aldo. He's a champion, 3-time champion as well. Then we had Genio. We also league called the Premier League, and that went through for about 3 or 4 seasons. And he's just checking all the events as you do. Yeah, Genio and DDR Attalad all changed racing followers because they went out and there was a double Premier League champions, then went to the FA Cup, then they won the FA Cup as well. So we have literally got a few champions in our ranks in the DSC, but you know, we have a good few lobbies and then it dies down. We introduce a new one, then you get a good few lobby, you get a good lobby, good 10 to 15. The minis started off really well. We had that season 1. That was really good. You can watch the videos on Dark Smoker's channel on YouTube for that. D10 Piper as well. Cracking racing driver on the sport. There he is, Mr. D10 Piper. Dud CF14. He's on iRacing now. Oh, another level is Dud CF14 on iRacing. Absolute savage. And I mean that in a good way. He's really, really good. So the reason why I'm showing you this, telling you a bit about myself, is because we're looking to do Revive nights as well. We're going to reopen GT Sport, bring back some of the inertia, shall we say. Sometimes we're going to go back before you can go forwards. because some of the lobbies on GT7 still very, very laggy. It's got to be said. I've noticed it in a few streams that I've watched, and the lobbies aren't as packed as they normally are. You know, even in some, they're just not perfect, if that makes sense. Although it looks good, it feels good. Even with the lag, you're losing about a second a lap, half a second at best if you're really quick. But you know, so we're going to revive the GT Sport. Do some open lobbies on GT Sport. I'm hoping to run these on a Tuesday night, if possible, because we have the minis on a Monday. The lads are in Battle of the Groups at the minute. That's hosted by P1, which is also on Dark Smoker's channel and another channel as well. I'll put it in the bio later on when I repost this stream. But yeah, we've got a few coming up. We've got a GT3 in the bank. That'll be coming back. Slow Shameless, another good racing driver. Met him in here as well. He's one that says, "Oh, you've come and shown us that." You see this? When I first did this, right, and everyone's just swanning around, putting in steady laps. Next Gen Bigsy, legend. Everybody just putting in cruising laps. And then you think, yeah, I'm on with a chance here, you know what I mean? You really go, ooh. And then you start putting quali laps in, you go, Jesus Christ. But I tell you what, Martin JL09 in this race, right, absolutely ran away. He ran away. He was a driver that you went, you know what, if I could beat him in any other lap or just over a one lap, you're in with a chance. But no, it wasn't. There's Jazzy Just. He's got the same car as me. I think he was a debutant as well, or he was standing in for somebody. 1805, legend. Yeah, some of these old boys, I don't know where they all are right now. But yeah, I think they're still in the next gen chat, isn't he? Snav, he was a title contender as well. He was up there mixing it up. Honestly, I went man this track in my first rig. In my G29 wheel, sat on my pad like that, on my desk. And I was like, Jesus, I was like an headless chicken or deer in headlights. You know, as soon as a crowd of cars come around you, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't want to mess it up because they're a third of the way through the season. You know what I mean? And I was like, no, don't want to get involved, did no practice, jumped in, got invited in. And yeah, does he get a word in? Do I get a mention? Relatively competent lap times. Let's have a listen.
Man who's just behind him, that's Scriptman Dan, the number 22 there. He's just seen a little bit of a wobbly line from Dominator 3 there. But Scriptman Dan, he's also joined the championship for the first time in the Works liveried car. So those are the drivers in for tonight. I haven't seen the 55.8 actually, for that matter, so I'm not certain where he is. But let's have a look at the lap times then. So currently at the moment, Shadowstalker leads the way. That's
do miss Mr. Numbers. What he was really good when we started. Every race, he was like, "Here comes the numbers," and you get the countdown clock was on. It was brilliant. You used to get proper psyched up and everything. He's got every Trophy McGann League on his stream still, right? And I can't help but not go back and watch them as well because they're really brilliant. They really are. Look at that, a 141.06 point, a Trophy McGann around Fuji. Right, I hate Fuji. Everybody hates Fuji. I don't even know why it's on here, but it throws up good racing. You know what I mean? It does. It does as well. Shadowstalker, he must have hated me at some point of the Suzuka short circuit we did. I remember I upgraded. I got this TR8 seat just behind me, which I brought, and I was like, oh, it's like a car now. I've got a seat, I've got it all. I had the big TV in the front there and all that jazz. And I qualified on pole around Suzuka East because obviously they did a reverse grid. Every the top 5, I think it was, had to set relative lap times for the reverse grid, staggered reverse. And out of the rest, I managed to stick it on pole because I actually went practicing relentlessly to get on par with some of these boys. But yeah, and then we did one lap, came around a second lap, just completely took off the track out. It was absolutely savage. So I'm board with D10 Piper, who is a DSC member. You know, he was one of the founders with us. There's Martin JL09, Dutch CF14, D10 Piper, I've just once said, myself, and Chalk 12. Yeah, he's another founder, admin with Aldo and the DSC as well. But we need to get we need to revive. I think we need to revive GT Sport. I think it's just been pushed to one side since GT7 comes out, and I think for good steady lobby racing, sometimes you got to go back before you can go forward, and I think it needs to be done because it isn't even that bad. You know, the cars on GT7, yeah, they're better to drive, probably feel a bit more realistic. You've got the VR and all that, but are you really a better driver for it? I don't think so. With the lobby lag and all that, you might not notice it yourself, but your relatives will, your times will. You know what I mean? And I've noticed it in I've watched a few stream starts to know the difference. So, you know, you go on GT7, set a lap time around Fuji, then come back onto GT Sport, set a lap time around Fuji. It'll be completely different. It won't be the same. Now, that could be down to the car reaction, could be down to whatever, but the lag itself is just, yeah, it's pretty pants, to be fair. Let's see if we can Scooby-Doo this on, see if we can get some racing going. Where are we? There we go. This is just a start. An advert? What do you mean? Who puts adverts in? We don't want adverts around Fiji. Well, spices it up a bit. But, you know, we're right down at the back at the moment. I don't know which one we are, because Jazzy Justice is there as well. Yeah, we are right at the back. Yeah, I was absolute numpty round it. It wasn't the best race. But we gained 2 spots, as you do. Yeah, I think it was a year after this we did a few drivers got promoted into the Pro League as well. Jack Synopsis don't mind me doing this, but it's advertising as well. But yeah, D10 Piper up to 4th. Yeah, after this we went to Willow Springs. Now I'm absolutely relentlessly, because Willow Springs is a circuit you don't want to fall off, and if you do, your race is over before you've even started. But I went off quite a few times. Just a few times, even with practicing relentlessly, I went off. We just clipped the back of Snap there. Yeah, that's another one off as well. And another clip, Duds hits him as well. Oh, big body up, that's D10 Piper round. Oh, cheeky. So what have we literally got coming up, to be honest? We have got Revive nights on a Tuesday. Mondays is mini nights. Thursday, I have got a league in mind, one manufacturer. 3 leagues I'm going to try and put together with one manufacturer, but 3 different cars, all by the same manufacturer. So hopefully that one comes off pretty well. We do like a noob. The Premier League did do really well for us. That went on for 4 seasons. Then it just kind of, you know, I think that was down to a mistake of me stepping to one side, but it is what it is, you know. But we're looking. I've got to get back, get it sorted out. So same as on Suburtus, another good racing driver was Suburtus. So was Martin J09, currently sitting in 3rd, but he's 1.3 on this time around in 2nd place. This is a timed lap, going through 130R. Very awkward this track was. It's simple but awkward, if that makes any sense to you at all. Anyone that knows Fuji and hates it knows why it's awkward. It's faster than you think, but not as fast as you'd like it to be, if that makes any sense. So yeah, just hanging on to a rear wing around here was hard enough. Oh, a little tap on the back. Around the outside, good morning, JL09, already on the back of Suburtus as well. And after this, gets past Suburtus, he is up and away. Yeah. Once after this season started, everybody was doing open lobby laps for practice. And I got into a lobby with D10 Piper once, and every time I went out on track, he went back in the pits. And it was like, I'm just going to sit here and watch it. You know, you get people watching it. It was so nerve-wracking, especially when you're new and you don't know anything about sim racing. You just think you come in and you can race, and you get into lobbies like these and you can't race. But then you grow into your own, you know. So a little friendly group was formed. You know, Martin Jello, Andy D10 Piper, Ryan Dudley. This was before I introduced Chalky 12 and Duskiver into the sim as well. I was like, you got to get in here, lads. You need to get in here, and yeah. It's fantastic. The racing's phenomenal. And I think the same time this was run, after this was the Scirocco League. I only did 1 or 2 races in the Rocco League as a filler, but it was pretty tiny, to be fair. It was pretty tasty indeed. Good racing again though. Then they did the F1 League as well, which was pretty good. Pretty good. I tried to do a Lando Norris around Russia. It was a dry race, but then it started raining with about 5 or 6 laps to go. And I thought, you know what, it can't be that bad. I'll stay out on the wets and on the dries even. And no, everyone pitted. I was like 10 seconds in front, but JPH was catching me at a rate of knots, and I went off and back on, and it was within 2 seconds. And it just pipped me with a lap. Did me within a lap of the race, but finished second in the Ferrari. Excuse me. That was good. Had some good racing at Next Gen. Still in the chat group as well, as you do. So I've just piped up with the boys. That's how it all was. Sorry, I was reading the message. It's just popped up there. Yeah. Right. Never mind. What was I saying? What was I? Yeah, I forgot. Literally had a brain fart. I have actually changed my name. I was DMK DK10. Now I'm DMK Dominator 3. Going back to my roots, as you know, we're going to start with multiple leagues throughout the week. See what we do. I remember when I first started, we started with 4 or 5 drivers. We're promoted that way. We just carried on regardless and made it work. Never actually had 2 lobbies. I would love 2 lobbies, pros and ams and things like that. So we're going to do retro nights and revive nights on a Tuesday night, like I said, on GT Sport. And then on GT7, we're going to carry on with the leagues that we've got on there. But I've got a new league. I'm going to run it on a Thursday night. For those, I can't get in on a Thursday. So obviously I have football training on Thursdays. So I'll be involved in the others regardless. I need to get back in and get back in with the boys. Get the streaming up and get some, because we ain't got comms all the time for our streams. I mean, Dark Smoker did the minis, which was really, really good. So yeah, that is season 2. I am making changes to season 2 in the minis. I think some of the tracks for the 65 mini that we're running are pretty big. So we're going to go back now, go through the repertoire that GT7 has to offer, and then we'll try and shorten the tracks down if we can. Maybe a Sardegna in there or something like that. One may never know. We did Sardegna C2 reverse. Absolutely love that track. I think it's phenomenal. And then we've got Lego Maggiore, some infields in there as well. So we'll try and pull some of them in, because we went for Red Bull and stuff like that. It didn't quite work. They do look big. The car's not that powerful, you know what I mean? But like I said, I've got a brand new league, 3 racers over one night. So you'll have car 1 for race 1, car 2 for race 2, car 3 for race 3. These will all be reverse grid from each race. So we'll only do 1 10-minute qualifying session in this race, but it'll be 3 cars by a 1 manufacturer. I might allow car mods. I haven't decided yet, depending on, I've got to go through them and see what you got, but there'll be no engine tuning or anything like that. No tuning at all. It'll just be car mods like rear wings, wide kits, things like that. We'll allow all that. Just to spice it up. I mean, we get cars like this. The trophy's always been a nice car to race. It's stable, it's steady. You know what I mean? So, and this has got a wide kit on it. It's got a ridiculously big ironing board as well. We're up to 9th. I was up to 7th, but down the order we go. But yeah, it was my debut race. Did look like a bit of a chicken. But yeah, we'll allow that in GT7. Obviously, you can't allow that on GT Sport, but that's because we're not running as detailed. Piper looks down the inside, clips the side there. Ooh, cheeky boy. It's before we met, before we became bosom buddies, as you do. Biggsy just clinging on there as well. 1805, Jazzy Justice, 6.7 down the road. So yeah, not too. This corner is so ridiculous. It's unbelievable. That corner is ridiculous. This corner, it's got about 5 entries. We don't know whether you cut it short or coming wide. But my JLO now is 1.1 down the road now from Suburtus as well. It's so Seamus is in the mix. 142 dead. And you watch this, and then we'll just go back. I did actually finish 9th in this race, if that makes any sense. But I tell you the one I want to see. Is it this one? I think it's, yeah, this is Big Willow. It was absolutely nice. It pulled in at 122 views, this did. I think we're all just in practice now. We're there in, like I said, I've practiced this track absolutely relentlessly because I wanted it to be perfect. I didn't want to fall off. Martin Lee is there on a 1:13.3. The guy was absolutely legendary around here. Where's my arrow gone? Let's bring up the arrow. Get some. Oh, yeah, I remember we was waiting on one driver as well. I don't remember who it was. It's D10. He's in 3rd at the moment. Them two ended up going 1st and 2nd, Martin Lee and D10 Piper. I had a few offs. I had to claw my way back through the field, but it was a drive of attrition, to be honest. Where is it? Let me see if I can. This is start, and you'll see my mistakes. Qualifier will begin. See, we don't want the qualifier. We want the actual race. There we go. So I did actually qualify in 3rd place. That's how relentlessly I absolutely practiced for this race. And this was got to be one of my best races on GT Sport that I think I ever had. But I was like, Jesus Christ. It was so infuriating that it was a simple mistake. And I didn't count, because I knew nothing, I didn't count for slipstream or out like that. I didn't think it had an effect on the cars. I didn't even know that tyres affect on these cars as well on GT Sport, but apparently it does. You have to warm the wall up. It takes 2 laps to get the tyres up to temperature, even on GT Sport. I didn't even know that. But down we go, down into 6th place, and we're going to do it again right here. Slipstreaming, came in like a rocket, and off we go again.
Right the way down to the back of the field. But other than Dominator going off circuit, it's been a very clean start from the drivers. As Snav, you see, just chucks that car in through turn 5. I'm just going to come out of the... I'll be come straight back in as Duds gets all over the gravel trap coming out of turn 5. Very, very lucky. But it's relatively decent start from everyone. Nice and clean on the first lap. Dominator, unfortunately, that's how 0 to 0 you can go very quickly. Snav's gone flying off circuit. It's gone wrong. He's into the barrier. He's round. And
that's how 0 to 0 you can go. As he said, it was. Jazzy just went with him as well. It really was. Started 3rd, all the way down to 11th. These two went off and went away with the fairies. Gives me back my 9th place. Now I want to show you the best bit. Where was I? I'm sure I was on the back of these laid on. Here we are, up to 8th. And we're just... Yeah. Try a switcheroo. This is when I realised that I'm actually getting a tow. The car picked up. Yeah. No contact there. We got that one signed, sealed, delivered, and away. That's what I don't even know where you get a penalty from on Willow. I really don't know where you get a penalty from. I was confused. Yeah, because I did used to have the stream running. Obviously, you can't type and talk at the same time, but I used to have the stream running just for the comms and that. And yeah, didn't even know where that come from when I heard it. But we want another lap or 2. Where are we? Let's find it. Because we did get a lag interruption earlier on, late on. Is it this one? I might have missed it. One may never know. Yeah. I think it was Bertus that had the lag issue as well. And it was one of them, and I didn't even know about it either, because I was, like I said, I was still new. This was my second race with Next Gen, and because I didn't want to look like a fool like I did at Fuji, I practiced relentlessly to get at least some decent times on the board. And I didn't quite put it on third, made the mistakes, covering the slip and all that, and it just went wayward. But it was a drive to survive around here. It literally was. Is this the move? This is what I like to call this move when Kev met Duds. Let's just have a listen.
See the front three fighting just a little bit further in front of us, but Dominator free. Gonna go around the outside, then switches it on the inside. He's gonna have to try and do it round the outside at Budweiser balcony. This is very brave from Dominator. What a fantastic move from Dominator free. That is a wonderful overtake from the Joyce Design driver. He's back up to 6th after going off circuit. Wonderful overtake from him. He absolutely...
That's phenomenal. That was got to be. It was brilliant. I've been chasing him for about 2 or 3 laps, and you can see where he was catching and see where he was slower. But yeah, it was really, really good. We started setting up. I just went down, and a little chat room started coming in. Got invited into a chat room. We started talking and all that. Then we became a group. Then we became a colony. It was really, really good. It was really good. But we still got a bit of work to do. So, yeah. But GT Sport doesn't even look that bad still, does it? Even after all these years. What's it been? A year since I've been on GT Sport. I actually only installed it, but I've got the saved game data. So, we're all right. Still got all the stuff. But, yeah, looking forward to getting back on GT Sport. Has been missed. And I don't like how the M4 on GT7 as we just gained another spot there. So, we're up to 5th. Does now up to 6th. So Seamus has had a whoop-whoop. It feels nerfed, the M4 on GT7. It doesn't feel like... it's slower than it should be, if that makes sense. This is Bertus in the veritable lagginess. Yeah, just don't know where he is, look. No. I mean, we was 1.9 behind, now we're just getting the free bit. Yeah. But yeah, so if you want to find our page, we are on Facebook, DSC Sim Community and Gaming page. We don't just do sim racing, we host zombie night, modern warfare nights as well. We're starting to host those. Go in and do some zombies, it's really good. I've got to say, Modern Warfare 3 and the zombies on there have been really, really good. I've enjoyed it all. Yeah, it's the first time I think Jack Synopsis actually messaged Subertus and told him that he's lagging all over the shop. But before this message came through, you see how we're catching, time's coming down all the time. Get down to 9/10 of a second, now back up to 1.9, and another advert pops in just to spoil the mood. So we're advertising everybody here, and him. See you later, Pops. Off you pop. And that's just what we will do in a minute with the lag. And you see I was running TC here as well. Yeah. Yeah. Now Seamus is through. Now we've got to do it all over again. It's going to take me another 2 laps to catch this pair. As slow Seamus gets down the inside. But I tell you what, you want to see a double overtake, you've got one coming in the next 2 laps. I'm going to leave you with this. Just watch for this move. Phenomenal.
Trying to slip that corner up. He is now up to 4th place and has 2.6 to the back of Burst. As you can see, Burst is still lagging really badly up ahead. Duds, like I said earlier, just having a solid race, just keeping the car on circuit, and Burtis is slowing down. He stopped the car. He knows he's got a problem, and I feel he's just going to let everyone through. Seamus goes past him, Duds goes past him. Dominator will say thank you very much to that as well. And I think that, yeah, it is indeed. It's the end of Subertus, unfortunately, gentlemen and ladies who are watching. So the fight for 3rd is now well and truly on. D10 Piper escaped all the chaos early on.
I'm back. Did I miss it?
He's in 2nd place now.
Duds is still there.
Still chasing after Martin, who's been comfortable at the front, but it's been a much better race for D10 Piper. He needed it. It's got 5 minutes to go.
Server issues.
But as I was saying, server issues. I just think it's on your friend, sir. But nevertheless, Stud's trying to go around the outside at turn 9. Can he pull this off? He's very close, but the answer's no to that question. Here comes Dominator free. He lined up perfectly. He's going to be the outside. He's got past Duds already. He's got the momentum coming towards turn 1. He's on the outside. Can he break a little bit later? He can. Sheamus still on the inside, but Dominator free. Watching the two in front of him. Sweeps onto the podium, and Sheamus is off. And that's his podium challenge over. He ran wide. And Sheamus throws it off the road. He's trying to get back on the circuit. It's gone horribly wrong for the Guyson driver. He gets back on track now. I said to everyone earlier, you've just got to keep the car on circuit. And Sheamus, unfortunately, has thrown away what was looking like a podium after he got past.
And I will just quickly go through what we have been doing. You don't want to see me own. What we have been doing, East League Veterans as well. There is a channel for those on the YouTube channel. I am assistant manager East League Veterans. Doing pretty good so far, second in the league. Yeah, football group for those that don't know. We are there doing that as well. But that is Taste It. That's what my rig looks like now. So it's not the old. Let's go on my lives. Where are it's got to go way back to find where we started. The Premier League right there. And we did some iRacing. Where are we? See, we'll just do. That's a good game. Not a lot of people like to watch it, but it was pretty good. That's when we did that. That's when we did that. Yeah, VR testing. Do you know what? That game is absolutely brilliant. If you haven't played NFL on the VR on the Oculus Quest, you need to play the NFL on the Oculus Quest. Savage. Absolutely savage. Where are we? Premier League Race 3. So, is that season 1? Or may never know. I think it is. Could be season 1. So I made the camera up there like, ugh. No, that's season. Yeah, we did Bathurst Group 3s at Bathurst, Monza. Did all that jazz. What is this one? Kinder Surprise. That was just the run. You see, if you look, just see where we started back then, right, when we was running these leagues. Done. But coming in 57. Yeah, good numbers. Wasn't too bad at all. Yeah, karting. The karting league, absolutely savage around small circuits. It was really good. I come up with really stupid names sometimes of Kinder Surprise leagues and stuff like that. But it was really good. Karting underrated on GT. It should be made a league. Should really be made a league. We need to go way back. We did Group 4 team events as well. We did all that jazz. We did the touring cars. We revived the touring cars as well. That was pretty tasty. Touring cars was tasty. But I like to do things different. I like to be different. I like to try things different. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. The Premier League, the Grandmaster Series as well. That was a really good league. Was the Grandmasters. The Last of Us. Epic game. Can't say no more about that. Yeah, when we did the Grandmasters, that was it. 4 leagues, 2 league races a night. And this is how our tables used to look when we did the catch up and all that jazz. Yeah. 26 points. VG. Yeah, this is when we did our tables. Dust Skyver used to do our tables for us. And this is a sort of we run the VGT minis, then we run the VGT cars, then Group 3, Group 4s as well. So each league would have its own champion, but we combined all the totals from all the rounds, and then the Grandmaster will be selected on the final table. So yeah, there was no team event in this one, but I'm looking to revive the Grandmaster as well. Really looking forward to that. This league was sponsored. We do actually get sponsors, believe it or not, as well. We are sponsored then by the DM5 Final Designs. It was a good sponsor. Did all his own merch as well, so it was really good. It was. Enjoyed it a lot. anybody else have a power cut over the weekend? Because as you can see, I did 2 streams here. Absolutely wrecked man up. Well, 2 weeks ago. I do the Wheel of Fate for the football as well. Yeah, I tried playing Zombies, power cut, half hour in. Let it come back on, hour later, hour and a half later. Straight back upstairs, let's go again. Bosh, power cut. Again, winded me right up. It did. Did my freaking nothing. We did do some iRacing comms as well for Tanzo Racing, new GR86. An absolute privilege to do that. It was phenomenal. So yeah. For those that want to know, you can head over to the Eastleigh Veterans. Just change the subject just a little bit, just to show you what I do here. We can go and view the channel. There we go. We are actually an 11-a-side team, as you can see. Camera work wasn't that great. I am holding my iPhone, running up and down the pitch like a trooper. This was against Old Dogs. We've just played these on Sunday gone, and this game finished 2-2. The game at their ground was this is our pitch. The pitch is gorgeous. We actually drew 1-1, 9 minutes to go. We conceded late on. Again, it wasn't the best, but you know, we've got to keep winning, and it's not a loss. So you know, I've got to do a catch up with the vets as well. We played down at Eastleigh Leisure Centre, or the school. Eastleigh School, the leisure centre is just at the back. So more than welcome to come down. We've got 4th of Feb is our next home game. If you want to come down and watch that, you're more than welcome to. If you live down in Nottingham anyway.
Well, 2 so far. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Eastleigh versus Old Dogs. It's going to be an interesting game nonetheless.
And these are actually sponsored by DSC Broadcasting as well, for matchday sponsors. Matchday top.
Have a crack break.
Which was really good.
Oh, lucky son.
I think Jason Etienne in this match scores a bicycle, and I think I missed it, and I didn't think I caught it, but I did. So let's say, yeah, it was really good. Bicycle kick as he did. But yeah, other than that, not really much more to go on. So I'm just going to reiterate what we're going to run through. Just give me a second. There's my daughter, just opened her own YouTube channel. Obviously she's under that age, so I've got to keep an eye on that one channel. That's the one we want. That's the one we want. So what am I doing from the beginning? This is the BMW League we did with Next Gen as well. I went mad doing liveries for BMWs. And I think D105 absolutely fell in love with this Pornhub one. We've got Naffy 1980 right there down there. Chalky 12 in here as well. Gino Demo, Bifter. Was pretty cool.
Yeah,
the first BMW race that I did was obviously run by with Next Gen. This is with Next Gen as well, but that's when I started doing the commentary for it. There's this Pornhub machine. He absolutely loved it. It's that kind of guy. Yeah, first one we did, I think it was round Sport. Jackson Oxus has got the video for that on his page, and Mark Sykes absolutely creamed 15 hours to put a livery on one of his cars, and the Magdalorian livery was absolutely
exactly what he's done.
It was really good. I think I'm running the Stranger Things themed livery there.
Inside. It's all about pace now,
as well, which is pretty tasty to be fair. Actually, I quite liked it. I got better as time went on. So yeah, it was good all round that. Good all round. It was really good. 12 there in his.
The inside one defensive. A little bit of a slide on and settled the car there.
Dragon Ball's here.
Dominator off.
I think I made that one as well.
Check out the others we're doing. Chalk has caught Danzo here.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. He loved that one as well.
Knocking on his back door.
But some of them you can't bring over, or it takes off your freaking decals off. I tried moving the BMW livery over last night for GT7, and there's not much control. It's run by the same fucking
bit more curve through that corner,
the same. A bit quicker. Get down the brakes early. And yet then you've got to pay for them.
Sure
Your credits that you were. mythical.
It's got the pace really.
I mean, all they had to do really, GT7.
And then we got
to bring that
the
in was
gadget man,
probably
with blinkers
update the
on
graphics,
his
make
way.
them a little bit sharper, a bit more realistic, and then just introduce new tracks and new cars.
Might be another
But I'm
chance.
sure some people would have paid an extra 10, 15 quid or however. Chalky gets it wrong. Would have paid the extra to get the kit. You know what I mean? I would have done rather than spending 50 quid on a new game. So, yeah, I would have done. GT Sport was the way. It was the one. It was decent. It was decent indeed. So, just to recap, Monday nights we've got the minis. Tuesday nights we have got, what did I say? We've got Tuesday nights, GT Sport, Revive. Thursday nights will be the one manufacturer league. 3 cars, 1 manufacturer. I know what cars they are, I'm not telling you. You have to wait and find out. You will have to wait and find out. So, let's just say they get powerful as they go through. So you start with a small one, a medium one, then a large. Well, I say large, it's not really that large, but it's quicker than the other 2. So we'll just say that. 1 manufacturer, 3 cars, 3 leagues, hopefully 3 champions. There's 3 races a night. They'll all be 15 minutes long, 10-minute qualifying, and then from race 1 they'll be reversed car change. No pit stops required. I'm going to go through the settings and the stats and see what I can and can't do with the cars, so I know what to expect. But there'll be no tuning allowed at all. You're only allowed to change the bodywork. Other than that, that's that. We're going to bring a GT3 league back. We're going to get the touring cars back as well. But I think we've got more options on GT Sport car-wise for touring cars than we have. GT7 is more of a DTM, I think. So we're going to put a DTM together, open night, and see how that goes down. And then hopefully we will fill up that way. But I know Chalky 12 is looking to run a couple of open lobbies, so watch out for him. It's trying, and we are trying. So yeah, it is very, very, very much fun and a lot to come. And yes, the Dominator is back. I'm out of here. Peace.